Yo, what's up YouTube? Tigz here bringing you guys another Escape from Tarkov video. In today's video, we're actually going to be taking a look at probably the most game-breaking bug in Escape from Tarkov, and that would be sound. So, this is going to be a little bit of a different video. First of all, I just need to tell you that I am not a sound engineer. I have no clue what I am doing when it comes to development of games and stuff like that, but this is from experience in playing Tarkov for the past 2 to 3 years. What I have learned from the game and what the way I understand sound in the way Tarkov works currently. So, the reason why I say this is a game-breaking glitch because pretty much in Tarkov you could actually say this is kind of like a skill gap, I guess, or bug abuse, whatever you want to call it. Really, unfortunately, it's been like this for years, and most of the top-tier players that play this game a lot take advantage of this, as well as myself in the past, and still do sometimes, depending on the situation. That we can break down into another video due to left side peaks, so we'll talk about that in another video. But I wanted to give you guys an explanation on why this is so broken for Tarkov and why I think it needs to be fixed as soon as possible. A lot of people have learned how to do this now, and I thought this would be a great video. 1, to inform the community how to replicate this. 2, how to avoid it from happening to you so you don't get abused by it, and are able to prevent it from happening, and how to counter it, because there is a way to counter this audio abuse, is what I like to call it. And 3, in hopes that the developers may see the video or it sparks some conversation within the community so we can actually get this fixed as soon as possible. Now, like I said, I'm not a game developer. I don't know anything about audio. I have got a diagram here, and I'm going to quickly explain how I think it works from my experience by playing the game a lot, and I'm going to back this up with some gameplay to prove my point so you can see what I'm talking about. But like I said, please pay attention that I don't know everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like super educated on this whole thing, but this is just a brief way to explain to you guys how broken the sound is in the game, how to avoid people abusing against you, how you can take advantage of it as well, and then in hopes that this actually gets fixed. This happens so much on a lot of people's streams, and it happens on pretty much all maps. So I'm going to quickly show you the diagram, and then I'm going to show you the gameplay of it in real mode, like real action, so you can see like, holy crap, Tigz, this is actually really, really bad. This is something that needs to be improved on. So first of all, I know this is going to look stupid, guys, but this is the best way I can give you an example of it. So I'm going to quickly explain this, all right? So this is the first floor of laboratories, okay? This is the bottom floor of laboratories, and this is the third floor of laboratories. So just as a brief, this guy right here is going to have audio privilege over this guy. This guy, if he's using the normal audio system, non-binaural, he's actually not going to be able to hear this guy running around underneath him. So what does that mean? That means he could technically run all the way up the staircase like so, without making any audio to this guy right here. Now, there is a threshold on staircases on labs that I've noticed, and I've pretty much pinpointed the spots, and you'll see later on in-game. Once you get to around this level, which is like just before you get to the same level, this guy will actually be able to hear you. Now, the blue lines represent what I think is like the sound barrier. Like I said, guys, I know this looks stupid and probably sounds dumb, but I'm trying to make you guys, I'm trying to visualize it to you guys so you can understand how broken it is. And then obviously you'll see when I'm in game, of course. So that's the way I assume how the sound works. There is like a barrier for where the sound will register for the guy that's on this level. And then the same is appropriate for the guy above you. So this guy right here is going to have sound priority over this guy right here. So pretty much in this game, you want to be underneath your enemies as much as possible so you can take advantage of vertical audio. So pretty much what that means is if you're underneath someone, you're going to hear them more than likely. Now, there is some exclusions to this depending on what surface they're on, and 2, where they are on the map. Some maps are different for this scenario. I'm sure if you guys are shoreline mains, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But on labs, there's a lot of spots that break audio and also give you audio. But 9 times out of 10, you're going to be the one at the advantage by being underneath the guy with sound. So now we've broken that down. I hope you guys understood it a little bit more now. So pretty much what that means is this guy right here could walk up the staircase, shoot this guy in the back of the head, and have no sound with the way audio works right now. And this guy right here could be completely oblivious to any movement this guy's making underneath him, which is really, really, a bad disadvantage. Another thing to note, there is a way to counter this. So what I'm going to do, once I'm in raid, I'll show you what I mean by this, but I'm going to quickly explain it. So for example, say this is me right now, right? I'm PvPing, I want to try and kill all the players. I know there's a guy above me because I hear him. I run up the staircase, quickly get behind him, shoot him in the head. He has no time to react because he didn't hear me. That is pretty much audio abuse, right? This guy's going to be absolutely clueless. This would also apply if he was here on the staircase too. So if I was to move this guy's character and put him on the staircase around here, depending on where he is on the staircase, he would still not get audio because he is technically still above me a floor. Now, these audio levels that I've set here are obviously going to be a little bit inaccurate, but I've pretty much pinpointed how it works for the second floor on laboratories, and you guys will see very soon. So, how do you counter this? So, pretty much, let's put ourselves into a lab scenario, which you'll see in the screen in a second. So, there's a guy first floor, guy second floor, outside green. The guy outside green is not going to hear anything underneath him. What can the guy outside green do to get information of the guy underneath him? Now, depending on where the spot is on the map, this will work. My biggest tip to avoid people from audio abusing you is to prone. If you're on the top floor, prone on the floor and get underneath this sound barrier. At least this is how it works on laboratories, in my opinion. Prone, and you'll be able to hear the guy running underneath you most of the time, also depending on like what surface it is, because that also has a factor in it for some reason. But this will prevent you from being audio abused in the game, which is massive. And as you guys will see when I am actually in the raid, you're gonna be like, what the hell? This guy went from standing up, not being able to hear anything, to proning to be able to hear people underneath him, which normally is not something that you really are gonna know about. So that's pretty much the diagram. I hope that makes a little bit of sense now. Like I said, guys, I'm not like an audio engineer or any sort of developer like that. This is just a brief example of how I can explain it to you guys without sounding like an idiot. That's why I made this right here. Now I'm going to take you guys into raid and give you prime examples of how broken the audio is with both POVs of me and my teammate, okay? So I'll see you guys soon. So pretty much, guys, I'm going to give you examples of how broken it is in certain areas of the maps, and you can skip ahead if you want to see all the different spots. But this is red staircase right here. As you can see, this is my friend's POV right here. What I'm going to tell him to do is to walk across this doorway like so, and just pay attention to the audio. Okay, John, go. As you can see right there, the audio cuts in and out like nothing. It is really, really bad in a lot of situations. Like, for example, if I was standing on this staircase right now trying to PvP somebody, this guy could easily run up behind me and just auto abuse me. And this is the red room staircase. Now we're going to move on to a different location. Okay, guys, this is the second example of audio abuse on yellow staircase and parking staircase. This happens to both of them. So as you can see right here, my teammate is right next to me at the bottom of the yellow staircase. Moving around on the wood, on the concrete, there is no audio. Now, as you can see, I am just chilling on the yellow stairs like so, and there is literally no sound. Now, if you want to run up on me, John. The audio cuts in that late, as you can see. There's no time to react. Audio abuse, I'm already dead. It's too late. So that is the yellow staircase and the parking staircase. As you can see, it's very, very buggy, and this is something that a lot of players take advantage of, and something that you need to pay attention to when playing the map, as unfortunately this is a massive game-breaking glitch in my opinion. Hopefully this can be fixed soon, because this has been like this for too long now. So guys, here's another example of the audio being broken. Again, this one is way more severe than all the other spots. This is probably the most common audio abuse spot you can have on the labs. This works all floors on the staircase. So if my friend here can move in front of you, or in front of me, as you can see, guys, right there, the audio is non-existent until he gets to the very bottom of the staircase. He is completely running around. So what this basically means is he could run technically through this door case right here, or sorry, through this door, and I'll have zero audio of him, which is really, really bad, right? Now, this will happen like all along these stairs. Now, I'm going to give you an example of what it looks like, how you can counter this audio. This is a way for you to be able to counter this from happening to you in the raid. It's not going to 100% work every single time, but this is a way to have at least some sort of counter strategy to stop people from audio abusing you. So pretty much, I'm prone right now on green floor. My teammate is underneath me outside black. What you're going to see is, as soon as he walks up into server, I'm going to start getting audio from underneath me. And as you see, the audio cuts in like so. Do it again, John, all the way into server real quick. And I can hear him running all around me underneath, no problem. And then all of a sudden it cuts out. So this is a great way to gauge how often audio abuse happens in Tarkov. It can happen accidentally. It can happen by good players just knowing the game and knowing all the spots where they can abuse you. So, guys, I didn't want to pretty much show you all of the spots, because obviously it is kind of educating people on how to abuse audio and take advantage of it. But in my opinion, people already do this a lot on every map: shoreline, factory, labs. It happens on pretty much all maps, customs. Some people do it intentionally, some people do it by accident. It's going to happen to you regardless, even if it's accidental. So I think it's better that you're more aware of the situation rather than not being aware. So, for example, here's another location on labs. As you can see, this guy is underneath me now in basement, and I am right next to red staircase. Watch what happens when he runs up the staircase, guys. Now the audio cuts in, and he's right here, as you can see. So prior to that, there was no footstep audio down here. There's no footstep audio here, and there was none there. Move around again. Come back up. So if I'm holding an angle on a guy, I've got no chance. I'm 100% dead right there, as you can see. Now, I'm not entirely sure if this is based on like the way you're facing, if you're crouched. Like I said, certain spots are more buggy than others, but there are spots that you can learn and how to avoid this pretty much. So here's another example of how broken the audio is, even sometimes when you're underneath the enemy, which gives you an advantage usually. Now, if I be quiet enough, you will be able to hear my teammate moving. As you can see, you can hear him, which is very beneficial to us if we're trying to outplay somebody. Now, I'm going to show you something here real quick. Another case of how broken the audio is. Alright, now, John, keep moving. Come back towards green staircase. As you can see, it sounds like I'm on his level already, and I'm not even on his level. Can you go back up top to green, John? And then can you walk down into black real quick?
Yeah.
Come all the way down at the black door. Do you see how the audio is just, it's there, and then it's not there, and then it's gone? Like, it's completely fried, and I think this is something that needs to be addressed as soon as possible. But yeah, that is pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I appreciate all the love on the videos. There'll be more stuff coming like this soon. I'm hoping this can get fixed. If you have enjoyed it, and it has helped you out, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as that would help me out a ton. And yeah, it's a shame that Tarkov's like this, but it's been like this for 2 years now, and I thought it's about time someone makes a video on it, tries to show people the issue, how people can avoid it from happening to them, and just give the community some insight on things that are very broken in the game they didn't really know about. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Have a good one.